hearing none. July 24th, today is the 25th. We'll go ahead and start. We'd like an evocation from Tom Yellowtail. 이게 그래서 스피쉬 스디오 그럼 리오초가 even at the branch too. With that, I'd like them to go ahead and say the invocation this morning. Oh, thank you. We'll go ahead and start off with Black Lodge roll call. Starting off with Black Lodge.
Testing.
James, Black Lodge, yeah.
Rogers, Black Lodge here.
Whiteway, Black Lodge here.
Guadalupe, here.
Told you, Black Oakberry here.
Yellowtail, Lodgegrass here. Grove on Lodgegrass. Alden, Bighorn here. Deputy Bighorn here.
You want me to have a free here?
Oh, salute the guy.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good luck, many few here. Melbear, many few here.
In the bathroom?
Birding grounds, Lago Alphabet here.
Wilbur, my few. 15 present. Mr. Speaker.
All right, at this time I would need a vote of review and adopt the agenda. I need a vote to motion. Motion by Senator Goodluck, second by Senator Melbear, question by Senator Hugs. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
Fif-
Take back. No. 14-1.
Adopt the agenda we have for now. So it's all that.
No, now. Stay now. Add now. Back.
Okay, 15, 0 no, 0 abstain. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and ask Senator Goodluck to make a motion to amend the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll make a motion to amend the agenda and add in the introduced bill for an act entitled to update road travel housing ordinance. I'll make that a motion.
That was to be the first one.
Yes.
Okay. We've got a motion by Senator Goodluck, second by Senator Melbear. Question? Question by Tom Yellowtail. All in favor, raise your right hand.
That was under other business.
Yep, other business, Steve. That was under other business.
Question, point of clarification.
Go ahead, Senator Alden.
That was my point. When we're at 3, review of
copy of that?
Are we adding some more?
Which session is it?
Yeah.
I'm making copies of
Open
it.
up.
We're adding.
It's in January 2017 session packet.
One microphone, whatever the other.
Question of privilege. Okay, let's retract our motions. My suggestion is we go back up to review and adopting the agenda. At that particular time, we can add on what we need to do on the agenda. And then now everything will become official.
Okay, so I would need you to retract your motion.
I retract my motion.
Senator Melbear,
Retract the second.
Senator Yellowtail. Okay, so we're at number 3. You look at on your agenda, we're at number 3. Take place motion gonna, so now we need to, the motion gonna do got, Kenny.
Have to retract the motions to vote.
Retract the motion?
Yeah.
Make a motion there for, put other business up front before new business.
Okay,
And that way from there, you add on what you wanna put on there, like your item,
okay,
anyone else's item.
yeah.
Yeah, make a motion to bring our business to the front segment.
Okay, you wanna go ahead, make a motion?
I'll make a motion to, amend the agenda and bring some bills from old business,
Other business,
some other business into,
would that be the housing,
yeah, to the housing.
and then the timber, next,
Housing and timber.
okay. Need a second? Second by Senator Hugs, question by Senator Whitely. All in favor, raise your right hand. $15, 0 noes and 0 abstains. We'll go ahead and proceed with the housing ordinance. We have your original document. You look at it, it was an act to review and replace the Crow Tribal Housing Ordinance, introduced by A.J. Nonfree, Chairman, Crow Tribe of Executive Branch. This is a jar. Jar. CLB. Okay, Senator, this committee was in infrastructure and was given to Senator Goodluck. Okay, at this time, Senator Goodluck has asked Bill Watt, Counselor, to read the original document that was introduced.
Okay.
This is a bill for an act entitled an act to update the Crow Tribal Housing Ordinance.
Need a motion to adopt. Motion by Senator Hugs, second by Senator Hill. You may proceed.
And it reads as follows. Whereas the Crow Tribal Legislature, hereinafter legislature, has the power and duty under Article 5, Section 2A of the Crow Tribal Constitution to promulgate and adopt laws, resolutions, and guidelines in accordance with the Constitution and federal laws for the governance of the Crow Tribe. And whereas the Crow Tribal Executive Branch, hereinafter Executive Branch, has the power and responsibility under Article 4, Section 3 of the Crow Tribal Constitution, subject to any limitations imposed upon such powers by the statutes and laws of the United States, to represent the Crow Tribe of Indians in negotiation with federal, state, and local governments and other agencies, corporations, associations, or individuals in matters of agriculture, education, recreation, social services, and economic development affecting the Crow Tribe. And whereas the Crow Tribal Housing Authority, hereinafter Housing Authority, was established by the Crow Tribal General Council through the enactment of the Crow Tribal Housing Ordinance for the purpose of addressing the problems associated with the lack of available housing on the Crow Indian Reservation. And whereas the last substantive amendments to the Crow Tribal Housing Ordinance occurred over 30 years ago and predate the Crow Tribe's passage of the 2001 Constitution. And whereas the Crow Tribe has determined that an update is required to ensure the Crow Tribal Housing Authority operates in a manner that is consistent with the new Constitution and other tribal entities, especially with regard to the appointment of commissioners and reporting requirements. Now therefore be it resolved by the Crow Tribal Legislature. The proposed bill entitled an act to update the Crow Tribal Housing Ordinance is hereby approved. The Crow Tribe hereby determines that all actions taken by the Crow Tribal Housing Authority, also known as the Solomon Nation Housing Authority, and all rights and obligations of the Crow Tribal Housing Authority which have been established as a result of the powers it derived from the original ordinance and its subsequent amendments shall not be invalidated by the adoption of this updated ordinance. Section 3, the Crow Tribal Housing Authority shall continue performing all the same functions it previously has as the tribally designated housing area of the Crow Tribe, including operating independently from the tribe, utilizing a different accounting system as the tribe, and generally doing all things necessary to properly administer and manage the Crow Tribe Indian Housing Block Grant pursuant to the Native American Housing Assistance and Self-Determination Act, Public Law 104-330.
Thank you, Bill. We need a 30-minute presentation. We'll start now. Time is 12:22. Go ahead, Senator Bullock.
Thank you. No, we tried this before, a year ago, update the housing ordinance. Very political, and it was shot down. But those are the senators that pushed it through the first time. They want to change. Like I said, when this is coming from executive again, relayed that, they wanted to go with the old one, the one that was legal before, pocket legal. So I worked with JR, and we got the ball rolling on this. Actually, JR was pretty instrumental in reviving this. I'd like to give credit to JR for wanting to move forward on this bill, adding language in there, don't feel the pocket legal. I mean, what this bill is going to do is each district will select your board member. Prior, Three Corners, Black Lodge, Reno's, Lodge Grass, and Honey Creek. You have the power as senators to select your board member to represent your district. Not only that, you'll have to say in the Indian Housing Fund we get per year, this grant will pass it and have a say in it. Said this is a good thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Bullock. Any more presentation? J.R. Oko. Go ahead. Okay. Board recognize J.R. Oko.
Speaker, Secretary, Senators, ako inilikaw. Subject of technology pleasure. When Jermaine said, when I'm choosing my words wisely, I'll evaluate. Like we said, Brandon. You will have to tell me, Brandon, very grateful, like we said, Brandon, the kick out of him, but I gave a little. she's the mother, only she's someone. Whoever she's someone, or child, by the table. If you should learn, but any angle, if you should learn, you should do it. If you should learn, the one and I go there. Salary, I want it now. Why, our church, you have to right? Child, also. Elder, a lot of wants milk, wants milk. He wants milk, but he knows he's up to you. He knows all, but John, he knows all. Again, no, everybody, so little he wants you, little up, down those, little $10, but that's all they help us charge, particularly help us charge. Again, the man is one here, so each is an alumni. Politics, leadership, and all that. The typical Brandon was a day that helped me quite a bit. Now it's on the deal, and it's good that today is a good day where we all have hope in building a home, putting foundation. Once we get this done, then we can start working on zoning out different parcels on those different sites that they mentioned in there. And when we do that, then we can amend to this so that those that want to build homes, we have the opportunity. It's a great opportunity for everybody, you know, for the future. Continuamos, lo que Mike.
Thank you, clear our roll call. Any more? We're still in 30-minute presentation. Go ahead, Senator Whitelight.
Thank you, Speaker. Body, guests. Like Brandon was saying, we ran through this once, and I want to commend Senator Goodluck on including the district with district input. Last year we went through all 6 districts, had their input, and we went through and we listened to our people, the people that brought us in here, and all of their recommendations and what they asked for in this was included on this bill. And, and one of our goals is to try to provide each of our members housing, and having an outdated ordinance, that's just it's not possible. So, right now I think this is something good that we can help our people get that step in that direction of having their own homes and having a place to come back to and being in our own districts, having to go other places because of housing shortages. So, I'm a proponent of this bill, and I think we should pass it.
Thank you, Senator Whitelight. Any more presentation? We're still in 30-minute presentation. Go ahead, Bill. Councilor Bill. With you.
Thank you, Speaker, Secretary, members of the board, committee chair. This might not be the right time, but we do have 3 or 4 concerns about the judicial review session that we weren't able to discuss with the committee. The last committee meeting was late in the afternoon, I couldn't make it. And I can be glad to review those with you. I don't think they change the intent of what you're trying to do. But a concern is just that the way that judicial review is currently written, it could be constant litigation at the housing authority, and they could be almost paralyzed without getting the court orders for everything they do. They just take 2 or 3 pretty small changes on it. And I'm again glad to spend 5 minutes on that. If you'd rather not do that, something we discussed with JR, with your attorney and with the committee chair, is to make some delayed effective date or transition period. There are a lot of things to do to get the new board in place, to get some regulations issued on new procedures, to probably send it to HUD. If they see any fatal flaws, we can hear what they have to say and consider whether anything needs to be changed, and a number of things like that. So at the proper time, if you'd like, I'd be glad to discuss the judicial review thing. We just have to do with awards of attorney's fees, money damages against the authority, the requirement for enforcement petition whenever something affects property, a court order for housing to be able to do something, and also to try to avoid federal court appeals with one little piece of language that is currently included. But again, another alternative or an additional thing would be to consider adding at the end of the bill itself just a certain delayed effective date. My suggestion is something like 90 days or at least 60. But I know you're really interested in getting this passed and getting this activated, but there are many things to be done because of the big changes it makes in the way the board operates. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Go ahead, Senator Sean Robert.
I'd like to thank Speaker and Secretary and members of the legislature and individuals that came, Junior and Joe. I'd like to express that throughout working for the Crow Tribal Government, not only that, working for Little Bighorn College and then working professionally as a realtor under Prudential Clover. It's always been my commitment to the Crow people so that they can have a home. And when I started working at Little Bighorn College under USDA, I wanted, a Crow lady came into me and said, hey, I want a stick-built house. And within the USDA, we looked at laws and everything like that, and we finally got it done. And it's over there at Black Lodge. Jeannie Prettypaint has the first stick-built house through USDA through financing. And then, as I moved along, I decided that people needed homes, so I decided to get my real estate license, and I worked under Prudential Clover. And then at that time, Crow family wanted to build on trust property, and the thing was that they had the bid and everything, and they wanted a big log cabin, and so they got everything together, and they got their financing. They both worked at Indian Health Service. They had income. They had good credit, and at the last minute, at underwriters they call it, the last minute, they were denied financing at Wells Fargo. And I went to my CEO at Prudential Clover, and I said, what's going on? She didn't tell me for about a week, and then she welcomed me into her office, and she said the Crow tribe has no laws for home ownership. They have no foreclosure law. They don't have any types of laws pertaining to home ownership. And so that's when, at that point in time, the CEO said, you should try to figure out something so that the individuals can have homes on the Crow Indian reservation. And at that time, there was a new administration that came in, and I started working on the foreclosure law. A lot of the legislators at that time were here. They expressed that if you move forward on the foreclosure law, you're gonna commit political suicide. But I'm still here today. But I worked on the foreclosure law with I worked with First Interstate Bank, Bill Landon attorney, and then I also worked with Sherry Matucci, and I also worked with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, their attorneys, and we started hammering out the foreclosure law. So as we hammered out the foreclosure law, one thing that occurred was during that administration, one of the bottom elected officials, these two elected officials came to me and said, we don't want you to move forward on this foreclosure law, and we don't want these individuals to attain financing. Wait a minute. I'll inform Carl Van, the chairman, on what you stated to me, and if that's his position, that he doesn't want home ownership on a Crow Indian reservation, then I'll resign from my position. And at that time, Carl Van came back from the trip, and then he essentially reprimanded those two elected officials. So now today we have, through private financing on trust property, we have 40 Crows that own homes on their trust property, all the way from No Water, and you got some relatives over there in Pat's Creek, and over in No Water, got some sisters over there and cousins, and got a lot of people, Crow people, who have homes, and it was all ratified within 2001 Constitution. And so it's always been my dream for people to own a home. And personally, I'd like to express that I live in a trailer, and